training goes through a brief introduction into Dayforce timesheets. Timesheets in Dayforce will be used by all employees and managers to record their time that they have worked and to request time off. Employees can view your timesheet, document the time worked, and edit your shifts. How an employee can document time worked. Dayforce users have several options for entering timed work. Clocks. An employee can clock in and clock out using clock devices, which can be hardware clocks installed at the organization or a Dayforce clock accessed from any web browser. Employees can also clock in using the application time clock embedded in Dayforce. There's also a mobile clock. Timesheets. An employee can record their worked hours in the Dayforce application under Work and Timesheet. Employees can manually enter their worked hours by adjusting scheduled times or adding unscheduled shifts directly into the timesheet. Automatic time entry. Full-time and salaried employees typically get automatically paid for a set number of hours for the pay period because they are most commonly paid a salary and not based on worked hours, eliminating the need for manual entry. These options provided flexibility for employees to accurately record their time worked based on specific circumstances and organizational needs. Based on your current role within Buchanan, you will use one of those following options. The types of clock available within Dayforce. You have the Dayforce time clock. Employees do not need to key in a badge number because they are already signed in to Dayforce. And then you have the Dayforce touch clock, which is a physical time clock, as you can see here, which includes a PIN and biometric verification. The Dayforce Clock and Clock Plus are accessible via the web. Typically set in the client site on a computer or laptop. Clock in and clock out operate in an offline and online mode. This also allows a biometric verification to support handheld barcode scanners for scanning badges. And then the Dayforce mobile clock. Employees can record time on their mobile devices with the Dayforce mobile app, which includes your mobile clock. If this is enabled for you, employees can clock in and out of their shifts and meals using the mobile clock on the phone. Only valid buttons are displayed. For example, clocked out, only clocked in button is displayed. This next demo shows employees and timesheets. This will show you how to submit time with multiple dropdowns. This video we are using as the demo under Tina. We are going to click Employee Timesheet. This timesheet displays the current work week, and she can click the arrows in to view the other weeks. On her timesheet, Tina has recorded time for 2 days. The green circle icon indicates she has recorded her work time. For each recorded shift, you can see that the scheduled in and out meal times. And the time she actually worked, which in this case is the same. Employees can also enter comments needed on their timesheets. Now you know the basics of navigating timesheets as an employee. Managers can review the employee timesheets, resolve timesheet problems, and authorize time. This demo is for managers on how to view timesheets. Alan is a manager, and from his Dayforce home screen, he can access timesheets of the employees who report to him. To do that, he will click on the timesheets icon. The timesheets load with each employee's timesheet on its own row. To see more of the work week, Alan needs to scroll to the right. The current week displays. You can use these arrows to view previous or the next week. If Alan managed employees at another location, he can load those timesheets by clicking the load and then selecting the relevant location. Alan can also review the timesheet data, resolve problems, authorize time, and approve timesheets by pay period, so paychecks can be calculated. Alan can also filter the list of employees. To see how, we're going to select Filter. Now, Alan already has filters set for shift details and shift status. He can remove any of these or add more by clicking Add Filter. For each shift, Alan can see the time each employee is punched in and out and when the meal breaks were. Now we're going to click this shift. Now, Alan can view the summary of the selected employee's pay by selecting the pay dropdown. The pay calculation displays for the week. Alan could instead choose to view the pay details for the selected day. This information is helpful when resolving timesheet problems. You can also view a list of errors, warnings, and messages for all employees for the current week. Click Problems. On the left, Alan can see the number of errors, warnings, and messages, each with its own icon. Errors must be resolved before continuing, while warnings can be addressed later. There is only one warning related to an employee who punched in late. To review her shift, Alan needs to scroll down. On this shift referenced in the warning, Alan can see the late punch-in. He can use to edit and correct this information if appropriate. When Alan is ready, he can authorize shifts individually or for an entire day, or for an employee for the entire week. When he is done, he can save his work by selecting the Save icon. Now you know the basics of navigating timesheets as a manager. Some additional features are labor metrics, dockets, and projects. The labor metrics are user-defined fields that are used to track work details on timesheets for labor tracking purposes. Dockets are used to track and log times of employee against a specific quantity of work produced. This tracking helps the organization to monitor productivity and ensure accurate compensation based on the output. And projects. Dayforce projects refer to specific tasks or initiatives that an employee can log their time worked against in their timesheets. Recurring tasks, special initiatives, or any group task the organization tracks for labor against. To wrap up this video, we have reviewed how employees enter their time and view their timesheets, how managers review timesheets, resolve problems, and authorize time, and additional timesheet features such as labor metrics, dockets, and projects.